Okay, welcome to Kung Fu Africa number 2 and Instagram. We're going to go one more time. So this will be my final video for both. There's an ant or something crawling up my leg. Too much information, I know. Alright, so I'm going to specifically talk about kicks and demonstrate kicks. Hopefully they will be right. In my old age, names aren't going to prop up properly. Alright, and also, depending on what your style is, names have been altered and changed. Because in Kempo, the hurricane kick and the tornado kick are exactly the same. Alright, Taekwondo, it's a tornado kick, and Kempo, it was a hurricane kick. I have no fucking idea if it's called the monsoon kick in the Philippines. I don't fucking know. But I do know that it's the same damn kick. The reverse tornado kick, I probably will not attempt because of my hip. And then again, you never know, I might be full of surprises. But as far as kicks and stuff go, you know, kicks are part of the reason why people join martial arts or do martial arts, because who doesn't want to know how to kick people in the face? Okay, that was probably a little bit too rough. Who doesn't want to know how to actually use your hands and feet in combat? Because every arsenal that you have in combat is something that's either going to save your life or get you totally embarrassed by hot chicks. But anyway, so we're going to start with your basics, alright? So your basics, you know, the shit that you actually can use in combat, your outside to inside crescent kicks, and your fallbacks. So if you do Kung Fu or Taekwondo, then you should have been taught this exact return. So for Taekwondo, some people are taught to bring their foot to the ground and then bring it back. And for Kung Fu, some people are taught to stop and bring it back, and vice versa of all I just said, because sometimes it just depends on who's teaching you what. So the kick is going to be simple. I'm not going to toe touch the ground now that you guys can actually see my damn feet anyway. So I'm going to do an outside to inside crescent kick with the right leg and bring it right back. Alright? So it's this and back. And I slipped. The grass is wet. So, but I'm going to own it. I slipped. So, same thing on this side. Boom. Now this is I touched the ground because my left leg is fucked up. So then you'll bring it back. And my guards were down. So don't have your guards down. Let's try it again. Outside to inside crescent kick and return. Boom. Boom. Okay? That's better. A lot better. Now back on the right side. Boom. Boom. So if you can see that, if you can't see it, then you just have to come to Kung Fu Africa number 2 to watch the whole video later. Alright, so those are practical and basic. And those are more effective because you don't leave the ground and your eyes don't leave your target versus this shit right here. Okay? What's the fault in that? Everybody's like, oh, it's a jumping spinning back kick. That's cool as shit. It's cool if you connect with your target. If you miss and he slides under and comes up, well, hope you've already had the children that you plan on having, because you may not have children if you're a man. I don't know how to explain that to a woman, so, you know, ladies, if you're watching, you're going to have to help me out there. I don't know if you guys can feel the same pain that we feel in our testicular fortitude or in other regions, so I can't really say if you won't be able to have children. But for the most part, if you're a man, you're probably not going to have children. That's just a joke, but at the same time, you probably won't be having sex that night, for sure. Because, you know, your testicles are going to be hurt. They're probably going to swell up a little bit. So, in the event that you find yourself in a situation where the jump spinning kick is the only option you have, I recommend that you don't do that. You just stick with a basic front, or a basic side, or a stepping side. Something that's going to be more practical and useful versus a jumping spinning back kick. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to attempt a reverse tornado kick. The key to that was the word I am going to attempt. Okay, here we go. Nailed it. Not supposed to be doing that kick. But anyway, for all medicinal purposes. Again, you will never have to use that in combat. Maybe sports karate, maybe Taekwondo. But in all honesty, if you miss that kick, you're shit. Yeah, you're done. If somebody's easily. The thing is, alright. So if I could freeze myself in the air, I would. So I come in with this move to go for the kick. and I'm leaping in the air, and I'm twisting, and I'm throwing it backwards. So if you get by that, you can grab the tuft of my pants and fling me like the Hawk did Loki. Because I'm in the air, so all you have to do is use my momentum to just escalate my speed and throw me wherever you want. Or, if you want to be like James, just body slam on the damn ground. You know, I hit the ground right, all my air is going to compress out, and I'm going to be hurt bad enough where you can finish me off. And there's the thing about fighting that you have to understand. Let's keep this shit real. Real fights last between 2 to 5 minutes. 2 to 5. I've never seen a real fight outside of like UFC where it's controlled go more than 5 minutes. Ever in my life. Now, I'm not going to say it's impossible. If you're making a movie, it's definitely possible. But in real life, you know, getting hit in the face hurts. Getting kicked in the face hurts worse. And if you get your head jarred back enough from a kick or a punch, you just very well may go to sleep. You know, and if you got a glass jaw, it's done. You know, you're going to sleep. If you got a jaw made out of rocks, you got a fighting chance. And there are jaw exercises. They tell you if you chew a lot of gum, it builds up your jaw. And there's also a, I just seen it on like one of those YouTube commercials or whatever. There's a guy who's got a jaw device where you chew it. It's like a fucking rubber padded thingy, and you just keep chewing on it. It's supposed to revitalize your youth or whatever. I'm thinking about getting that since my birthday is this Sunday. But you know, let's get back into it. All right, so you have your crescent and your return, but in the event that your crescent doesn't work, you have a sequence of attacks that work but don't work. They don't work because you do have to turn your opponent. That would be your sequence of forward kicks while pushing the opponent back. They're basically outside to inside crescent kicks and a spinning back kick. And then you just follow through. So, 1, back kick, front kick. You see? So that first kick and that spinning back kick and then the other front kick, they are basics and they are practical. But see, the spinning back kick brings momentum. But if that first kick did not hit or stun the guy, then you opened yourself up to an ass whooping. Alright? So, other side, same thing. Boom, boom, boom. Now, the reason why that kick was different was because if you think about Taekwondo, when you stop in your chamber and you come back, you can revert it and go down. So from here, you can go in, come back, and knee. Now, we're going to go into knees, don't worry. Before this is over, we are going to talk about knees and elbows. We're going to talk about Thai fighting and American kickboxing. The do's and don'ts. My version of the do's and don'ts. Because I'm not 1,000% right, but I will tell you this. There's some shit that you're not going to do with these elbows because your funny bone's there. Alright? And also, if you're fighting somebody who has been taught how to break elbows and kneecaps, you want to be careful at what you feed them. Okay, for those who don't understand that terminology, when you're in a fight and you're boxing, you're feeding them jabs. You're feeling it out so that everybody knows what the fuck you're going to be putting behind it. But what they don't really know, they're just really feeling out your reach. Alright? So when you're in UFC and you're feeling out that reach, you know, you got your bob on. If you're filling out that reach, you're filling it out. So that's basically what you're doing with your feet. But in the event that you get to connect, keyword connect, keep pushing. Because if you don't, the fight's going to turn and it's going to be against you versus for you. I hope I'm making some sense to everybody watching. Alright, so, bugs again. So, we're going to go into knees and elbows in a few minutes, but I want to do another sequence, which is basically the same sequence, only with the tornado kick. Alright, so, we're going to go left front, spinning back, left tornado. Alright, I know you guys can't see me, but you will when I come into the light. So front, tornado, back. I totally did the wrong thing of what I said I was going to do. So, the front, back kick, that should have been a tornado kick. This leg doesn't always work the way I plan it. So, we'll try it the other way. Right front, back kick, and no. My body won't let me do the tornado kick. There's no space. Okay, so, screw that shit. We're going to do the tornado kick sequence from the right first. Alright, so right kick, boom, tornado kick, spinning left. A little bit better. That one actually worked. But there are flaws in that attack. So you'll figure them out, because if you're fighting somebody and you miss, you're up shit creek. Same attack, left side. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so the only one that probably would have really connected would have been the last kick. With those kicks, if you can push the person back to the wall where they can't really get away, then that last kick will probably do it. But in the event that they block, they duck, and they strike, you have a problem. Alright? So you have to remember that when you're fighting that it's not going to be like the movies where front kick, boom, tornado kick, boom, back spinning kick, boom. You know, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like that at all. That movie shit, yeah, because it's a movie. It's supposed to work that way. In real life, fuck no. If you get that first kick and it's a doozy, fight might be over. If you get that first kick and it's not a doozy, the second kick is not guaranteed. Which is why I tell you, in all fights, you kind of want to stick to your basics. You want to stick to your front kick, chamber side, stepping side, you know, stepping double, low high, high low. This might actually, it's more like high medium, but you know, high low. Or you want to do all three, high low low. Might look better from this side. High, You get the gist. My ass is short, so I don't really do a lot of low kicks. Unless they're going to be gung fu and there's just going to be front kicks. Alright? But it can go, you know, 1, which is low, you can't see it. So 1, 2, 3. Both of those are the same. Obviously my legs don't work the way they used to, but the other kick is supposed to go up here, which is why I generally go there and I stop. But I'm also getting old, so now that that's an excuse, my hip doesn't also work, so I have to do everything modified. And you're going to do a lot of modifying as you get older. Trust me on that. Alright, let's go into knees and elbows so I can end this video and go in the house, because I have to walk the dog in a few minutes after I swallow more bugs. Alright, so you have a lot of elbow attacks. Let's go with the elbows first, because I'm not really good at all the elbow attacks. The only elbow attack that I don't suggest is this one, and the only reason I don't suggest that is because I'm short. You know, for you tall people, knock yourself out. But for somebody who's like 5'5", 5'3", no, because you may have to leap up on your opponent. Now, if the situation allows you to like plant your leg up on the guy and come up and then elbow him, yeah, knock yourself out. That was also done in the movie, by the way. I do not know the name of the movie, but the chick kicked this dude's ass. Because he did some kick and he wound up like this, and she sprang off his standing leg here instead of his long bow leg over here. She sprang up off this leg, she kicked him in the gut and came down and elbowed him. And they were fighting out in the courtyard. And her sister was watching. It's a pretty good movie. I don't know the fucking name of it. But anyway, it can be done, but because I'm only 5'3", I'm not going to tell you to do something that I would not fucking do. Hell, I'm not going to tell you to do something that I would do. But every fight is situational, and every person that you fight is going to be different every fucking time you fight. So that elbow up here, don't worry about that shit. Now, if you're like right by the neck and your punch misses and you come back like wrestling, yeah, that elbow, yeah, because you're right there. So boom, you know. Now, if you jab and cross, or if you punch and then cross, you know, yeah. Uppercut and elbow, you can do that. Guy throws a kick, boom, boom, that's the knee, excuse me, don't do that yet. Boom, boom, his arm slides over and you slide under, you're targeting the chest. But if his arm slides under and you slide over, you're targeting the head. Alright? 9 times out of 10, you want to catch them right in the base of the nose. Not up here, but right in the nose so that it'll tear up with water. And then you can grab them by the back of their head and bring that back foot up. It's one of my favorite kicks. Yeah, it's a pussy ass kick, but it's still a good kick. Yeah, so you grab them by the back of the head, wham! But you're also bringing their head down as you're bringing your leg up. All right, I like to call that my yo-yo kick. It's not the official yo-yo kick because that's some shit where you're like this, and you go down. So that's my yo-yo kick. Boom. You know, because if they've already gone by you, yeah, you can catch them. Now, so other side, get by, elbow. So you elbow either face or rib area, but their arm will be gone past you, and that's kind of what you want. So if you're blocking here and you break it, you can slide down with an elbow, or you can trap them and break their elbow with your collarbone. Yeah, because you're going to push your shoulder up as you push their arm down. It's better to have it this way, because that also you can chop them in the throat with the closest hand. I mean, you can still chop them this way, but you know, if you got it this way, you're already there. You know, so their elbow is trapped. This part here, their elbow is trapped on your shoulder. So if you're pushing and you push your shoulder up through their elbow, you're going to break the damn thing. That's the part you want to do. Because if they can't move their elbow, they generally can't make a fist. Can't make a fist, they can't fucking hit you with it. Now, it's a slim chance that shit won't work, depending on their size and their momentum. 9 times out of 10, if they have more upper body strength, don't even attempt that shit. You have to wait for the right moment to break an elbow. This is some shit they don't teach you in class. This is also why I never use the spinning back fist, or the spinning waddle fist, or a back spinning chop. Because anything like this gives me momentum, and if it's not a short enough strike, you know, it can be blocked and broken, where if I'm already there, I can just chop you in the neck instead of having to do all of this shit. Now granted, that builds the momentum, that builds the power, but if I'm already at you, boom, you know, a quick Wing Chun hit to the throat is going to save me a lot of time and energy, and I will be able to get maximum efficiency because I'm right fucking there, and your neck is tender. Your neck is not as solid as your chest or your gut, because you can work on your gut, you can work on your chest, you can work on your thighs. You can't really work on your knees and your elbows like talking about it. That's why Thai fighters, when they get these beatings they take and they're getting hit with the iron rods. I don't know if they still do that shit, but when I was younger, that's what they did. So you're getting your 8-hour treatment. You know, it's hardening the body. It would be the same thing that they did in Shaolin Kung Fu with the iron body technique, where you're here in your horse stance, and now your teacher is hitting. He's hitting in places that are solid muscle to build you a high tolerance to pain. Back to knees and elbows. So, other elbows is like, alright, so if you catch him here and then you catch him there with the sharp elbow, your target will be down in here, free floating rib, kidney, I think your liver's over on this side. So depending on what part of their body you're on, boom. Let's say you throw a block this way, they're throwing a punch, so you're blocking. You're getting them to the outside. You can elbow them right there. If you push them far enough away, you can elbow them. If you pull them, you can elbow them. If you pull them, and you can elbow them there. You guys know how to do the judo throw. When someone's throwing a punch and you step in and grab, you can elbow and then throw them. Or you can turn all the way around and elbow them on the other side, which means their arms out here. You either elbow them here or you elbow them there, and then you're going to throw them. If you can't get them up from the elbows, then you kick them in the shin, because it's easier to throw somebody off of 1 foot versus 2 feet. Okay? So, therefore, when they throw that punch, you block. If you're blocking this way, you've already got one little tiny problem. Because if they're right here, you're not using proper Kung Fu technique. You're doing Kung Fu, but you left yourself open to their entire left side of their body. Which is why when you're doing Kung Fu, you get to the outside. Alright? Now, if they were throwing a left punch, I was proper placement. But if they're throwing a right punch and I'm right here, I need to move quick because they still have a left hand. So boom, boom, and I need to get my head straight in case they try to check my chin. Alright? So, you know, boom, boom, versus the right side, boom, break, boom. Okay? Now, either way works. However, this way, if they're on this side of you, you're pretty much a DMW. A dead man walking. Because you got their arm, but they have another arm, and it's right here, so you're probably going to get hit. Now, if they swung their left hand, you'd have been fine, because you're on the outside of them, and on the outside, you can break and pull, bring in a knee, or you can take an elbow. So let's go to knees so I can hurry up and end this thing. Knees are fun, alright? Yes, there is a jumping spinning knee. No, my body is no longer capable of doing it. Yes, I'm going to try it. So, jumping back knee is the one I'm not supposed to do, and I'm going to try it. So, Okay? That's what it looks like. The problem is, when you're jumping, spinning, and throwing that knee, they can block that bitch. Because they can see that a lot better than they can see your foot. Alright? So, it's not a move I recommend at all. But in close quarters, instead of jumping and spinning with the knee, you just throw a knee strike. Alright? Now, let's say they're throwing a left foot kick, and you block it this way. So you can block it with an outside to inside like kick, but it's just going to be your knee instead of an actual crescent kick. So you're blocked. They're throwing a left foot, boom, you blocked it, you open up the space, you step in, all right, because it's right there. Now, if you're going to do karate, you open up the space, you're going to torque, and then you're going to use power, or you're going to step back and then use power. But since you're already there, just go ahead and hit them with whatever hand is closest to them, because it's going to save you a lot of problems later, especially if the fight goes on more than 2 to 5 minutes. Alright? Now, you can also do the jumping crescent knee this way, where you don't have to do any spinning. You know, block, boom. Do I recommend it? Not really. But I didn't recommend the jumping spinning back knee either, because the thing is, when you come off the ground, you are a lot more vulnerable than you think, no matter how good of a martial artist you are. If you don't have at least one foot on the ground, you may have a problem. I'm a short guy, so I try to keep most of my moves as basic as possible, and I try to stay to the ground. I will use stuff if I have to, but I'm hoping that I never have to. Now, jumping, spinning front knee from the other side. Boom. Alright, my left leg doesn't work like it used to, so that's not really an option for me. But if the guy throws the punch and I get to this side and this knee is power, then I can bring him to that knee. Versus doing Kung Fu, where this knee's already there, he threw the punch, I blocked him, boom! You know, like I said, there's really minute difference between Kung Fu and karate. At one point at time, depending on who was teaching you what, when you would do Kung Fu, see my hands open, close on impact, and this is more Wing Chun, boom, boom, boom. Same thing with the push hands. You would always clutch your hand, so whoever's playing on the other side, they're patty caking and you're patty caking, so both of you guys would doom, doom, doom. They since changed that a little while back, so now it's always open hand. So when you're seeing it on TV, it's always open hand, because when you're stinging somebody in your hands, even if they're your partner and you're not doing it intentionally, the faster you go, the harder you're going to sting them, and that's going to cause a problem, and somebody's going to get pissed off. So you have to understand. Also, while I'm in this Wing Chun stand, you can also do a knee from Kung Fu or karate from here when you strike, and you can bring a knee in. Now, the person on the other side would block the knee and return. Now, if they're doing karate, they would block the knee and strike with the hand just further away because they're already blocking. So they're going to do Kung Fu, boom. Understand? So they're going to block the knee and strike, block the knee and go low, block the knee, strike, and then come in with an elbow. You can do all kinds of combinations. Now, if you guys are going to do anything that I've seen tonight, if you're going to do anything that I've showed you tonight, again, I beg you to please get some real training first. It's not that you can't learn anything from the TV, because I learned the tornado kick from the Ninja Turtles, and then when I took Kempo, I learned the hurricane kick from the teacher. I was kind of pissed off because I was like, well, damn, I learned this from the Ninja Turtles. He's like, yeah, well, now you're going to learn it from the real deal. So when I learned Kempo, I learned the tornado kick, aka the hurricane kick. So when I first started learning Kempo, and the guy would say, hurricane kick, do the hurricane kick. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And that was like in between learning Taekwondo and whatnot. And then when I finally found out what the hell the hurricane kick was, I felt like a damn bump on a log. But the hurricane kick and the tornado kick are the same thing. Good for movies, good for sport karate, not good for the streets. I mean, you can get lucky. Anybody can get lucky. But at the same time, when you watch this tornado kick, I want you to see the tornado kick itself. So, here we go. How much time do you think you have to dodge that thing? You got more time than you think, How much time do you think you have to dodge that thing? Now, the Wushu one, my favorite kick, which I am no longer allowed to do, where it's a tornado kick, but you land on your thigh, because I used to land on this thigh. So I'm no longer allowed to do it, and this leg doesn't always function the way I want it to when I do the tornado kick or the butterfly kick. So you have to adapt. So I no longer can do my wushu landing because I'm trying to keep this hip until I'm 50. And we've been taking protective measures for that. And I just really started doing martial arts again last year. So I'm not really trying to fuck myself up again because the Army's not going to pay to get this bitch fixed again. That's going to come out of pocket, and I don't have money or health insurance or a real job. So that being said, you know, and I don't make enough money on Instagram because I'm not even remotely close to getting paid by Instagram. That's a far fantasy, but you know, if it happens, good. If it doesn't, good. I'm good either way. But when you're doing certain martial arts, you have to understand that some kicks are great. And most of those kicks that are great are just great looking, and they're great looking in film. Alright? In real life, they're almost impossible to land. They're not impossible, they're almost impossible. But they also are very impractical. So you have to understand, when you're doing a kick, you need to make sure that it's a kick you know you can land. And you're not going to be able to land every kick, but you need to know that before you throw a kick. So, back before we end the video, we're going to take you back to the beginning. Alright, so your basic front kick. Your basic front kick on the other side. Your Karate Kid jumping front kick. Boom. Your Karate Kid jumping front kick on the other side. Your side kick. Your side kick. Your stepping side kick. Your stepping side kick. Your spinning back kick. Your spinning hook kick. Alright, hopefully I did that right. The spinning back kick and the spinning hook kick look the same but differently because in the hook kick, your leg hooks around. It doesn't straighten all the way out. And then you have to understand that the hook kick has a purpose. The spinning back kick has a purpose. The inside to outside crescent kick. The outside to inside crescent kick. Alright, each kick can set you into a position to put another kick in its place. The problem is, you need to figure out which kick you're going to use while in fight motion. So, here's the thing. Objects in motion stay in motion until they don't. So, you have to understand that if you're going to kick something or someone, you need to know what's the recoil rate, what's the recoil factor, and am I going to fall? And if I do fall, will I be able to recover? Alright? And that's one of the things about Wushu. If you fall, they have taught you how to fight on your back. And they also teach you how to roll so that you can roll the fuck out the way. At least old school Wushu did. I don't know about now because now Wushu's so fucking showy that I can definitely not do it. Especially with people busting like 311s and fucking 450s and all that other shit. Yeah, that's not for me. It's still Wushu. It's the upgraded, higher version that this guy's not going to attempt. But at the same time, you know, you have to understand that gravity is nobody's friend. And how you land will really change the outcome of a fight. So if you land and you can roll out the way and get back on your feet, great. If you land and you can't, but you're good at BJJ, then good for you. I suck at BJJ, so I'm going to keep it on the fucking ground by keeping it on my feet. But I also know what kicks I can and can't nail. And I also know that in a fight, if you don't stick with basics, I mean, you can take a chance. Let's be honest. You can take a chance, and you may actually succeed with that chance. But you also have to understand that in taking a chance, you can very much fail just as easy as you can succeed, and then you're going to have a problem. So, before I go, only remember this saying. Those who can adapt in battle survive the fight. Those who can't become the victim. Thanks for watching. For Kung Fu Havoc 2, I'm out. Have a great night, guys. Be seeing you.